I'm back with another video. Today we're going to talk about mental illness. Mental illness. I know you guys don't want to talk about it. At first, I was like, no, I'm not mentally ill. I'm perfectly fine. Like, who are you talking? Me. We're all fucked up, man. Before we talk about mental illness, I just wanted to acknowledge all those comments in my inbox. I had people telling me that they feel a bit empowered by my video. I had people sending me very kind messages of encouragement. I had people trying to call me. I spoke to a couple of people, and I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry because this is the reason why I use my time to make these videos, for somebody to be empowered. And when somebody is texting me and saying that your video made me cry because I thought I was the only person in the world that is going or that is struggling with this thing, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Like, you sit and you do these videos, but you don't know who is concerned, you know? I'm just very, very, very happy, and I feel like I'm doing something right. I feel like this this is filling me with so much to know that somebody out there watched my video and felt strengthened. So know that somebody watched my video and felt like empowered. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for being just amazing. I really appreciate it, and I just gonna keep doing what I can to, in this particular area, to spread, to talk about it. So going back to mental illness, I want to talk about this because I feel like people don't share this stuff. Like, nobody says nothing about abuse and mental illness when it comes, like, how fucked up people can be coming out of a relationship like that, how much it can affect you as a person, how much I've been a mess coming out of it. I remember days where I couldn't swallow food. I couldn't swallow food. Like, I was shaking with anxiety, with the fact that I was not sure where to go. I was shaking. I promise you, I've never felt like that in my whole life. I've never knew how it feels to actually panic to the point where your whole system, your body refused to be hungry. I didn't feel hungry. I didn't feel thirsty. I didn't feel tired. I was like a zombie. Like, I'll go to bed after nights and nights of non-sleep and I still don't shut down. Or like, I will fall asleep around 10. At midnight, I'm up and I'm turning on the bed for hours. For hours. I can't shut my brain down. That's not good. That's where you start realizing that your body is up to no good, man. Like, things from outside are affecting you so deeply that you cannot control it because you're just being a victim right now of everything else. It was the fact that I was already in a position where somebody preached to me that I cannot be without them, that I cannot do it without them, and all that. Mix it with the fact that I'm in a place where I don't know where I'm going and I don't know what is tomorrow about. It was like, whoa, I can't take it anymore. It was just like that. So I just, it was chaotic, man. It was chaotic. I remember those days like it was yesterday. That feeling of my stomach trying to push food out of my mouth, even as I am, like my system not being hungry for days. It wasn't normal, and I was like, I need to take care of my babies. Like, how can I function like this? And it was like, oh man. I remember taking food, forcing, putting in my mouth and saying to myself, you are going to swallow this. You know, this is why. Why did I do that? Not because I'm strong. You can say like, oh, because you're not because I'm strong. It was because I love my babies. I love them not like we all love our children. And I knew that they need me. Me not eating, me not looking after myself, that's only one thing to happen. Collapsing. If you collapse, what will happen? I was like, I need to get my shit together. Food, you're going in my stomach. And that was like, I'm pushing this food in my stomach. There's no way. And now that was it. I kept forcing myself to eat for weeks and weeks and weeks, turned into months and months and months, till I started to, learn how to control my anxieties, my emotions, and learn how to, settle a little bit more in the new environment, in the new change, adapt to the change and all that. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty at all. You cannot talk abuse without talking mental illness. And as much as people want to refuse it, if you really want to keep going and go in the right direction, you have to sit down and be honest with yourself, otherwise you cannot move on. Funny enough, before I shoot this video, I was scrolling on my Facebook and I fell on one of Rihanna's short documentary talking about her domestic abuse, and she was explaining that the reason why she kept going back to Chris Brown, it was because she maybe consciously or unconsciously kept suppressing these issues without dealing with them. I'm not a professional, I'm not a psychologist. I am the person who I know the best, and I will talk about I. So when I left mine, I remember that I didn't know about even mental illness being one problem that I could potentially, you know, have as a result of being oppressed. I feel like it's because of my babies that I came to realize that I have to sit down and have a conversation with myself. So I came to know how I used to be really, really angry, mostly with myself. I was so angry with myself. I felt like I was a loser. I felt like I just messed things up. Also, I was so angry with my ex. I felt like I couldn't believe that I loved him that much, and that's the way he viewed and treated me. I was so angry. I felt like all those years were just waste of time. what can I say? So I just think that I left with anger, with sense of being a loser. I lost a lot of self-confidence. I had to work on those things again. I know this is my story, you know, people are different and we process things differently, but you might say things that work for me can't work for you. Some people are strong enough to handle certain things, some people are weak to maybe deal with some situation, you know. And yes, I get that, but like learning to talk, like learning to walk, like any other skills that we learn in life, if you live your life to just say, oh, this is me, I am the consequence of nature, like I am just the result of what nature decided that I should be, and I possess the quality that I do and the weakness that I do, and I say I can't do anything and just sit down and be, you know, and let life lead you here and there, you know, you're just gonna live a miserable life. At one point in life, you have to stand up and be like, look, I'm gonna hold the hands of nature or life and I'm gonna twist it the way I want it to go. It's like this clock is going anti-clockwise, I'm gonna turn it this way, you know. You know. So yeah, for me, I had to do that. I'm sorry for my voice. My voice is a bit croaky today. Yesterday I was in the studio for hours, so today my voice is like no. As I was saying, I had to sit down and have a honest conversation with myself and actually ask myself, why am I so angry? Who is making me angry? You know, all those questions. Why am I not that confident? I see my babies and I'm like, I had to sit down and like literally ask myself, why do I feel the way I feel? Because there were no other way for me to actually change. Children don't want to know if you're carrying the whole anxiety of humanity on your head. They just want you to be there and provide them with the field, the playground that they need to be happy and keep growing. They don't care about anything else. That was my first that's the first thing that I realized, and thanks to them, that's the thing that brought me in line. I could have been fucked up, man. I could have been, if I didn't have kids, I'm sure I would be like alcoholic, or I don't know, or maybe, I don't know, somehow, maybe not alcoholic, but a bit of a bitter person, or, you know, a resentful person. But I just think that I thank my kids because they provide me with that ability to talk with myself, to sit down and be like, you've got to get your shit together because this kid needs you, you know, because they need me. And I had to just be like, okay, what do I need to do? Do I need to talk to a therapist? Do I need to do it myself? What do I need to do? You know, that's where I sat down. I was like, okay, first thing, anger. Second thing, lack of confidence. Third things, I need to make peace with myself because I am not a loser, you know. I am not the reason why this whole thing collapsed. And I had to make all those decisions and just find a way to process and make peace with myself, to actually move on and, you know, and make peace with him too. I had to make peace with him too because that was one of the main things that I had to do in order to get my life together, and in order I had to forgive him, to understand that we are all fucked up, man, you know? And some people are good at taking care of their mess, other people just don't understand. They don't have a clue what to do with their issues. And then that's the way it comes out. It comes out that they start bullying other people and, you know, using the fact that they are in control to make you feel miserable. And I have to just feel really like, I feel sorry, actually, because this person needs help. He doesn't need see it himself, but we all need help, some more than others, and this person needs help. And yeah, at that time I needed help too, because I was ill. I was not right in my head. I had to be honest with myself. I had to sit down and start working on myself, because I've been a different person today if I didn't. I am very thankful. I am very thankful to my kids, because they're the reason why I got my shit together. I was like, I don't want to let anything. It's already so messed up. Like they're losing their, you know, they're not having the family mate that they're supposed to have, and I can't make it any worse by trying to, you know, being selfish and isolated in my little bubble and just ignoring their needs. I had to keep it together, and that's what I did. So I hope that this video speaks to somebody. I hope that this video encourage someone to not be ashamed if they feel like they are mentally ill, but to seek help. I hope that this will help someone understand that it's not something to be ashamed of. It's not something that is like, it's as bad as having a tummy ache. You've got to take care of your tummy if you have tummy ache, and, you know, make sure that you feel better, you know. The more you suppress it and neglect it, the deeper you get into it, you know, the worse it becomes. So it's not something to be ashamed of. You could say, I am ill, I need help. It's not something to feel ashamed of, you know. It's actually the beginning of change. The moment you say, I need help, is you right there, you're different from the person that was 1 second ago, if you see what I'm trying to say. So I wish you all the best, and I love you guys, and yeah, thank you for watching.